Hi everyone, welcome to Stitch Pixel, Flosstube number 14. I'm Amanda and thanks for stopping by. If you're a return viewer, thanks for coming back. And if you're new here, this is going to be a little different from my usual videos. Normally it's a lot of full coverage, a lot of massive projects, and I still have a few of those today, but I also just finished a week of, actually 8 days of a new start every day. So a lot of cute little patterns that hopefully I will get to complete at some point in the near future. So yeah, a little bit different. Oh, and I have a finish. First time in months, I believe. Not an FFO, but I did finish it. So, pretty impressive. And I don't have any notes today. I know Adele said notes are for chumps. And yeah, but I'm a crutch to my little notebook. I started writing notes and then I just, about halfway through the week, I'm like, yeah. So, we're doing a lot of guessing. And since I feel like last week it went really well, popping pictures in right here, I'm gonna keep doing that because it works better for me than to cut the video, insert a picture, and then go back to the video. It's easier to just kind of overlay a picture on top of the video with me gibber-gabbering. So that would be probably best. Little bit of a life update. I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys. For those of you who've been watching me for a while knew I had 2 jobs. I'm a dietary aide and I worked at 2 different nursing homes. Job 1, I hated. So I got job 2 and seriously cut my hours on job 1. And then about a month ago, I got a pretty snarky little message from my boss at job 1 saying I'm required to work a certain number of shifts every month in order to stay employed. That was day after I had a really bad weekend and spent a boatload of money on the patterns that I started last week. So I was just fed up and you know what, I really don't want to do 4 shifts a month there, so I resigned. And I couldn't be happier, so money's a little tighter, but that just means I gotta work on what I got more than buying more stuff. So really, upside. Another little thing me and Thomas, my boyfriend, did. We know we have a bad habit of eating out. And so we decided for a month we were going to save all our receipts from eating out and see how much we really did spend, be totally disgusted with ourselves, and, you know, cut back seriously. We made it 10 days, counted the envelope, and it was over $200 in 10 days. So extrapolate that to the whole month, that's like $600 a month on eating out. So we are eating out once a week. Or once a paycheck. And we're talking not anything fancy. We're talking like 2 can dine at A&W, eat out, $15 a week. So that's what the goal is. We haven't eaten out since we counted the envelope, so it's been 4 or 5 days, which doesn't seem like that much, but to us who are incredibly lazy, yeah, we're doing good, we're doing good. And that'll also help me with keeping in my calorie count every day, because, you know, french fries add up fast. Much better to stay home and eat a cucumber. So, life is going well. I may or may not be getting another second job. Things are pretty okay right now. Like, I have to work almost every single day to make enough money, but it's not a bad job. I enjoy working there, and a lot of the days it's only a 4-hour shift. So it's not like I'm going in for 8 hours every single day. It's most of the time it's 8-hour shifts. I get about 4 8-hour shifts every 2 weeks, and then the rest are all just cute little short 4-hour shifts. So I much rather do that than work at job 1 that I no longer work at anymore. So let's get to the stitching. Ooh, let's show you the big finish. It's massive, huge. I finished Hello September. I gotta FFO it. I usually FFO them in pairs, so I'm gonna wait till I'm done October. I have the buttons picked out and everything. I put a picture on my Instagram. I'll link that below. Also, another life thing. I'm gonna be getting rid of the blog. It costs over $200 a year to keep up, and I'm not getting very much traffic. Not from you guys, but it is a crochet blog that I've just been tossing my cross-stitch stuff up on. I haven't been getting the traffic I want to really get money from the ad revenue to afford, like, if I was making enough money with the blog to keep the blog up, I'd keep it up. but I don't really want to pay out of my own pocket to keep up a blog that's losing money. So I'm not going to be doing the blog anymore going forward, so everything's just going to be linked below. The blog is going to probably go offline sometime around December, I think, is when it ends. Hopefully by then I can transfer a lot of the links onto the YouTube videos in the notes, or at least the important stuff. That way, if anyone is watching some of my older videos, they can see where to get stuff. Yeah, so back at it. Finish September. I do them 2 at a time, so I'm going to finish up October real quick. This is my at-work project, so I stitch on this on my lunches and breaks. When I'm at work, which is every day, but lately I've just been sitting there hanging out with the girls and just chit-chatting, so I'm gonna start stitching on lunch again because I finished this on September 30th. No, maybe the 29th. But I started it in July. That's not a heck of a lot of stitching there to take 2.5 months. So we're gonna refocus our efforts and get these months done in a timely manner so I can hang them up in the month they exist. So hopefully by my next video I'll have October done. Maybe even have them both FFO'd, but that's being really, 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 really optimistic. But hey, you know, lofty goals, right? This is 18 count Black Ada. I changed, I believe the arrow color was a really dark gray, so I switched it out to a blue so it was having more contrast. And I picked 3 of the buttons because it's 18 count, so all 5 buttons don't fit. Regular scheduled whips. Pokemon. I really slacked off on the weekend. Oh, right, we had company. Thomas's parents came over. So I only worked on 1 color, but I got it done. Let's see where it is. So I did a dark, dark blue down in this area here. And we're still getting close, getting close. I don't know if I'm gonna get this done this year. I might, but too many other things, right? Gotta stitch all the pieces. I might. I did make a lot of progress in 3 months on Heaven and Earth, if working on it every single day. So maybe I'll just do this as my own unofficial 100-day challenge and finish it up this year. Coming along nicely though. I think I have 40-something more colors to go on that chart, and then some of it's charted on another chart, so I haven't even looked at that second chart yet. Because of how massive it is and the software used to make the pattern, there were limitations on the size you could make the pattern. So the pattern is physically in 4 separate patterns. So yeah, gonna work on that. I also worked on, of course, No Smoking. Randall Spangler, this is Heaven and Earth Designs. This is my 100 Days of Hay challenge. I'll put in day 0, right around here. We are day 92, 8 more days to go. I want to finish up 4 more colors. I'm not sure how well that's going to go. I did start this working page by page, as you guys all know. I didn't really like doing page by page on a Haid. So, Extreme Cross Country, I start with the colors with the least amount of stitches. I can't even see. That should be good. Least amount of stitches, I'm at the, I think, 800 stitches per color range right now. And I wanted, I had a few people ask quite a while ago about how I stitch. More specifically, the programs I use and how I don't miss stitches doing Extreme Cross Country. And if that's something you guys would be really interested in, I don't mind doing a quick little tutorial video on how I stitch. I did mean to do it, and then I was working 2 jobs back then. So time completely got away from me. Things got a little nutty. And so if it's something that people still want to see, I will gladly do a quick little tutorial video on how I stitch. And also, since, you know, people ask, here's my backside. It is a disaster, but I don't care because I'm lazy and I skip stitches. I stitch in hand using the sewing method. So basically, as long as I can get my needle down and back up, that is about the amount of space I will skip. Here, let's That's about as far as I will go. As long as I don't have to move my hand, I will skip it. If I gotta move my hand to the back, I might as well tie it off and restart. So that's about my skipping length. Sometimes I'll go more. If it's like one last stitch I gotta do, man, I will make it work. But if it's another like section, I will cut and restart if that's as far as I have to skip. And since I stitch in hand, I roll. So as I'm stitching, I'll be holding the roll with my left hand, stitching with my right. And I stitch at my desk, so it just sits on the desk in front of me. Very low maintenance. Okay. Now, I believe, sorry, no notes, it's a mess. I don't even know what all these little rolls are. Oh, I started this the day of my last Flosstube video after Flosstube. This is the Furry Tail Sal from Lakeside Needlecraft. It's a free pattern on their Facebook group. I will be sure to link that below. Furry Tail Sal. I just spent like 10 minutes fiddling with my light, so sorry about the cut. But there it is. So we have a little princess, a king, and a wizard. There's 3 more going underneath. And that's super cute. Quick little stitches. They take a few hours each to stitch up. And Adele made me do it. Adele made me do all of this. It's all her fault. Blame her. But I have cute little things going on, so not that bad. Alright, and one other regular whip. Cat lessons for people. I did work a little bit more on this. I think I did lettering, but I could be wrong. This is a Lizzie Kate 18 count oatmeal Ada. Absolutely adore this piece. It will probably be my next finish, not counting like Hello October. But I do want to get this done and hung up because I love my cats and they pretty much do everything on this little piece of paper. Okay, so now we're getting into the insanity of the starts. Now, these aren't in any particular order, but I did start one each day for the past 8 days. These are all Cute Patterns by Maria on Etsy, Maria Brovko. She had a big sale the last weekend I ended up at Extendicare. Oh, job 1. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say where I work. We signed non-disclosure stuff. Okay, I worked at Extendicare. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about the place. But that was the last weekend. I didn't have a great weekend. So I came home and did some retail therapy. And it just happened she had a sale. So first pattern, this is Cat with Pizza. It's a free pattern off of her Facebook group. Trying to figure out how I'm going to get that and the picture in there. So it's just, I think it's Pusheen, the little fat cat from the comics, eating a slice of pizza on his back. Super cute. Did the tail. I normally don't leave borders this small, but I'm trying to use up some scraps and it's just a tiny little stitch. So normally I'm not this brave with big pieces. Up next, I started Buddy in a Teacup. This is 18 count cherub. Picture this plus. I did his cute little face. And I love his facial expression. He looks so angry or unimpressed, like, what are you doing? That's how my cats look at me 95% of the time. Next we have this, not a Cute Patterns by Maria. I completely missed this in the pile. This is the Tiny Modernist Halloween Sal. I completely finished off room 1. Back stitching and all. I'm not done the border yet, but little vampire. I think the next one comes out in 2 days, so I am woefully behind. There's like trees and a moon and everything, and yeah. Maybe next year for Halloween it'll be done. So that's that. Oh, and I had a little bit of thread left, so I started back stitching over in this area. There's a little witch with the cat there, and then block 3, I'm only missing the ghost. So that one will finish up really quick. And then that's Dr. Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster with a bunch of like chemistry stuff. excited to see what the next one will be, because this is turned out super cute. And she has a Christmas one as well, and a Christmas house, and I really want to do that, even though I don't stitch Christmas. I really want to do it, but I'm not even thinking about buying it until I'm done Halloween, because I have enough on my plate. Okay, back to the Maria starts. This is Whale in a Bottle. It's a cute little whale in like a little aquarium scene, but it's a light bulb. It's super cute. Love it. Wow, lighting's horrible. This side? This side works a little bit better. Okay, so there's going to be a picture inserted over my face, but that's fine. You're here for the stitching, not me. Yeah, so I did the sand and the plants. That one's going to be another quick little stitch. I like these little ones. Might give me a sense of accomplishment getting some finishes in. My favorite is Cat Fee. You can see it posted here in front of my face. It's 9 cups of coffee, all cat themed, and the evil cat knocked over the 9th cup, which is so my cats. You can't leave a drink unattended in my house. Either they'll drink it or they'll knock it over, or drink it then knock it over. So it's not really safe. Up next, this is the one most people see a lot of. I'm pretty sure it's one of her more popular patterns, but it's the Shire. And this is 18 count Mystic. This is 18 count raw linen opalescent Ada. It's not a linen, it is an Ada, but it's called raw linen opalescent. It's super shiny. Like, you can even see it in the video how shiny it is. Yeah, so this is 18 count Mystic. Picture this plus. I order all my stuff from 123 Stitch, whatever they have in stock. So yeah, worked on a lot of the yellow and some of the gray. There's not a lot of cross stitch on this piece. It's mostly back stitch, which is fine with me. I like back stitching as much as the next person, so that'll be nice to finish up. We do love Lord of the Rings here. Me more so than my boyfriend, but that's okay. I don't judge. He's got his own things. This one is Aviator Owl. I did this on day 90 of Hade, so I did this 3 days ago. And I really wanted to get a big chunk done for my update on Hade, so I didn't get a lot done here. You can barely see it. This is 18 count Confederate Gray Ada. Then I have a full coverage, little full coverage, it's only 4 pages. This is Phoenix Dragon. Got some purples done in the bottom and the top, and of course I miscounted the grid, so everything is off. So next time I stitch, I just gotta remember my grid's off by 1. None of the stitching's in the wrong place, it's just the grid is wrong. I noticed right away. So that's a cute piece. And then last but not least, I have Watercolor Totoro. Another full coverage, but it's oval shaped. So I put it on blue because I'm not sure if I'm gonna oval frame it or square frame it or just like the background color. The grid is right on this one. I hope. Haven't found a mistake yet. So I did all of one color. The thing I like the most about Maria patterns are the use of half stitch and blended threads. It gives phenomenal dimension to her patterns and her ability to blend almost seamlessly between several colors. It's absolutely beautiful. The next thing I plan on starting, yeah, I know, I need more new starts, is Stiachalong 2018. It's a completely unknown pattern. This isn't even like Mystery Cell. We don't even know like a theme or a subject matter. It's just, this is the size you need of fabric. Pick 4 colors. So this is what me and Thomas came up with last night. I kind of themed it off of an Aztec, like a really popular Aztec blanket stuff. It's going around a lot in the cross stitch world. Just very, I don't know if the pattern's going to be geometric or anything, but I'm going with these 4 colors on black. This is, I believe, 720, 666, 517, and 169. So orange, red, blue, and a gray. Because the way they release the patterns is in a way that you, even once you start stitching, you don't know what you're stitching. It's random chunks of patterns. So I think that'll be really interesting. I've seen all their previous work, and it's absolutely entertaining. So I will leave a link to that down below as well for their group. If you're interested, I think it starts on the 12th or 13th. There is a group aspect to it, and there's challenges and a bunch of other stuff. So it'll be really fun to participate in that. And other than that, ooh, you guys want to see my plans for 2019? This is through Full Coverage Fanatics, which, you know, I kind of fit the theme, Full Coverage Fanatic. That's all I do. So they generally have different levels of sales running each month. There's a theme sale. So this year for January, it's Higgy, Cozy, and then February is Fantasy, Vintage, Zoo, Gardening, Summer, etc., etc. And then every month they have their By the Number sale, which is get 1,200 stitches, full cross. Or this year they've upped it. There's a level 2, and you could do 2,400 stitches a month, which, that's fine. And then there's also 4 90-day challenges. So I'm going to flip you guys around and show you what I have laid out. So here is the spreadsheet. This was made by Full Coverage Fanatics. So if you are interested in doing their stitch-alongs, you can download this and just plug in your pieces. So for, we'll start with the 90 days. I want to work on my Middle Earth map, no smoking, because I want to have no smoking done by the end of June, then July. Yeah, because it's for a gift at the end of August. So I want to have that done, hopefully. Might need to reorganize some plans if it's not done by the end of June. And then I'm going to work on Pokemon and Evolutions for my quarters. And then January is going to be Fire. Most of these are Hayed. If they're, assume they're Hayed. If it's not Hayed, I will say what it is. So unless otherwise stated, they're all Hayeds. I'm going to do Little Dragons, Fire Dragon, and Sifter in January. For Fantasy, I'm going to do Evolutions and No Smoking. And for Vintage Pokemon, that's my all gens. That's my own pattern. Pokemon, Vintage. That crap's old. And then Universe in a Jar. April is going to be Animal Kingdom. And then that's the Amazing Animal Kingdom, Amy Stewart bookshelf. And then Alduar, which is my own pattern again. Little Dragons, Earth Dragon for May. And then Pokemon again. For Summer Fun, I'm doing Harmony RK. And then Evolutions again. Then Sea to Shining Sea, I'm going to work on Water Dragon, Little Dragons, Sheena Pike. And then Dark Force. That really should be a May. I might switch that around. And then August, I'm going to do Woodland Creatures. I'm going to do Ugly Bird Story Keep. And then work on Animal Kingdom as well. For September, this is going to be the tricky one. I'm going to Europe for 2 weeks in September. So my quarter 3 90-day challenge Pokemon, that piece is massive. No less, well, Middle Earth map has a bigger piece of fabric. Pokemon's at least in 4 pieces. And Evolutions is a massive piece of fabric too. My 3 biggest pieces are my quarterly challenges. So I'm really going to have to figure out how I'm going to stitch on Pokemon while I'm traveling around Europe for 2 weeks. If I'm even going to try. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I might just bring some smaller pieces and kind of bow out of September's challenges. We'll see how it goes though. So I'm going to work on Kirby for Celestial and Heavens, and then September by the numbers is Sifter again. Then up to October I'm going to do the Cookie Cookbook Dragon Story Keep. That's another Randall Spangler. And then work on some Harmony some more. Things with Wings, I'm going to do Wind Dragon, Little Dragons by Sheena Pike. And then Personal Pattern Alduar. And then Welcome Winter, I'm going to do Afternoon Tea, another Spangler. And then Ninja Dragonlines as my stitch count. By the number, so there we go. So these are all my full coverage pieces are in there at least once each next year. The only one that is probably going to see a finish is No Smoking. Because I'm looking here, I don't think anything else is small enough to get done. Or far enough along to get done. So yeah, No Smoking it is. Is going to be my only finish next year. Hopefully I don't start any more than that for full coverage. Because there's 1, 2, 4, 6 or 7 of these I have not started yet. Maybe even more. Maybe 8 or 9. Have not even been started yet. So, I got enough full coverage for the rest of my life. Basically. A lot of these are massive. Some of them aren't huge. Like the little elemental dragons aren't huge. And there's no background to them. The Story Keep isn't, the Dragon Story Keep is tiny. It's like 3.5, 4 pages. So that'll be probably my next finish. Ugly Birds is also a Story Keep. Fairly large, but it's still a Story Keep. Animal Kingdom's a doozy. Ninja Dragonlines is huge as well. The rest of them are kind of mid-range. So we'll see how next year goes, but I am super excited to be doing all of these projects. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and if you enjoyed what you saw here and want to see the insanity into 2019, you can just hit you can hit subscribe, and right beside it there's a little bell. If you click on that, then you'll get a notification every time I post a new video. I'm hoping to try to do once a week with notes, because I'm a sucker for my notes, because I can't remember what I did yesterday, let alone for the past week. And yeah, so over the next week I'm going to be finishing up my 100 Days of Hate challenge, so you might not be seeing that as often, and you might actually get to see some other pieces in variety and more variety on my stitching. So thank you again. I hope you guys have a wonderful week into the long weekend here in Canada, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys.